Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ahana and here we talk about all things related to stationery, planners, productivity, organization and in general trying to live your best life. And if that interests you, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also click the bell icon to be notified every single time I post a new video. Apologies for how my voice sounds right now. I've been a little sick for the past couple of days, but the show must go on. So here I am back with another planner review video. It's more of a walkthrough and I've done the part 1. I will link it right here so you can go check it out. In the part 1, I spoke about the Alicia Souza Busy Bee planner, the Ink Bucket 2023 planner and the Artloom 2023 planner. And these were the first couple of planners to be launched and it's been about a couple of weeks since then and we have a few more planners to watch in the market. So today I'm going to be covering Artchetype and Neorah. Artchetype and Neorah have undated planners for this year so far. So I'm going to take you through the website one by one and talk about what I think of the pages, the layouts, and what my first impressions of these are, and if at all I'd be willing to buy any of them. So let's get into it. Starting with the Artchetype Studio Planner. In previous years, these planners have been dated and they come in hardbound and spiral versions. However, this year they have only launched the undated and they call it the undated gold planners so far. And I have been following their Instagram and I have seen updates only for the undated planners. So I don't think that they're going to come out with any dated versions this year. But we're going to go through the undated planners anyway. And here is the page that I have pulled up. So these are the 2023 launches. And they have this mascot Kubo, who's a very, very cute panda. And they have this every year. So one of the covers is exclusively about Kubo. So there is this beautiful green cover and then there is the hardbound and the spiral version of that. Then we have this one day at a time, which they marketed as their work sort of planner, and that is also available in a bound and a spiral version. And then we have two hardbound planners, one is lilac, one is gray. And again, I imagine the spreads inside will be the same across the board. We'll take a look at that shortly, but before that, the price points. So all the hardbound ones are 1600 and the spiral ones are 1700. So it's a pretty reasonable price point. I think it's a little lower than most of the other planners available right now, but that's probably because it's undated, and that also gives you the flexibility of starting it whenever you want to. So let's pick up this Kubo one only and let's see what's inside. In the descriptions, they've given that it has 12 undated monthly spreads, 52 undated weekly reflection pages, 3 sticker pages, and 1 page a day daily planning page to last you 365 days. That seems like a lot of space, and the pre-orders last till 31st October. So that's great. It is an 8.5 by 6.5 size planner. There is a back pocket, there are ribbon bookmarks, and it has an elastic band closure. The page weight is 100 GSM, which is pretty standard for a planner. I think if you are not planning to use very heavy markers, it should withstand whatever pens that you're trying to use on it. And this also comes with motivational quotes, habit trackers, financial planning page, goal tracking, intentional living, and variety of blank pages. So it really seems like they have thought about giving their users the maximum amount of space and the maximum amount of flexibility. So let's look at each of the pages one by one. Okay, so here I think there is a note from Kubo where it's just pause and count your blessings and just be grateful, etc. And then you have this beautiful artwork for the starting page. That's cute. Then you have your different priorities in life, like a basic self-care sort of a page, like a reminder of what is important and to focus on that. Then there's a page which just says, how are you? And it's basically asking you to give yourself a score on 1 to 10 and write a few thoughts about what you feel regarding your health, your family, your finance, your personal growth. And the next page is also a life assessment where it's mostly focusing on your relationship with certain things. So like your spouse or your main focus relationship, and your friends, your work, your recreation. How would you rate that between 1 to 10 and how you are going to, focus on those things? How do you assess yourself, how you're doing on those fronts? That kind of a thing. It's basically like taking stock of what you've been doing so far and what's working, what's not. Then we have stickers, and Artchetype always has really cool stickers. So I don't see any major repetitions from the previous year. And I also have the 2022 Artchetype planner. You can check it out. I've linked it right here. And the stickers are quite different. The style is the same, but they're not the exact same stickers. Then you have this page for writing my refreshed goals. So these are all of the goals that you can write down, and there are only 6 spaces, which is good because any more than 6 for a year I think is too overwhelming. So 6 is a good number that allows you to focus on like one specific area of your life also. Then you have creating roadmaps for your dreams, and here is basically the undated monthly layouts. It has all the days written on top and the boxes to write the dates in, but you can fill in the month and the year depending on when you're using it. So definitely a lot of flexibility there. And then you have these weekly reflection pages, and the prompts are what mattered most this week, goals to focus on, what's ahead, things I'm saying no to, things I'm saying yes to. And for each of these weeks you can write like week off, so it doesn't have to be one after the other. Sometimes even in undated planners you have like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 of month 1, in that order, but it's not like that. Here just 52 weekly reflection pages, and you can use them whenever you want to. Next we have the daily planning pages, and there are 365 daily planning pages. So 1 page a day planning pages is great, but I also imagine this is going to make the planner pretty thick if there are 12 monthly planner pages, which is like month on 2-page spread. Then you have the weekly reflection pages, then you have 365 daily pages. That's going to be just a really bulky planner. These are also like really good additions. So it just says today is, and you put the date. Then you have your, like, you can circle the day of the week. You have your focus areas, priorities. Although I imagine focus areas and priorities could kind of overlap for some people, but that's fine. There's separate spaces for that. Then you have nutrition and wellness, where you can list down your meals for the day and the water intake and how many minutes you have exercised. So that's pretty cool to have it all in one place. And then you have one gratitude section at the end, and you can also rate your day out of 5. So it's like a mood tracker, gratitude journal, meal planner, all in one. So that's pretty neat. Like, it's very compact if that's what you're looking for. And then you also have a really long, column for to-dos. So definitely not run out of space to list that. And yeah, it's pretty much it. I'm a little curious about the thickness of this planner. That's saying that it's 1 inch, but I don't know how so many different kinds of spreads would fit in 1 inch. But still, I mean, that's, if it's 1 inch, then that's pretty compact also, so it can be carried along in your backpacks or something. Personally, I would prefer a dated planner to an undated version, because just I find the hassle of filling in the dates and everything a little too much. If I want to use any undated planner sort of a situation, I would probably use a bullet journal where everything I can customize and not just have boxes to fill in dates in. That's my personal opinion. A lot of people really like undated planners like this, where there is some amount of structure and then you just have to put in some inputs of your own, and you don't actually have to worry so much every month about setting up a spread and getting all the pages that you want and everything like that. So it might work for some people, and the minimalist nature of the spreads and the limited use of color also makes it pretty good for work, I would say. You can definitely carry the lilac or the gray hardbound ones to work. That they look pretty professional and it won't like draw unnecessary attention, I feel. So yeah, that's my take on the Artchetype Studio Planner. Let's look at what Neorah has in store for us. So to give you all an idea, Neorah has these kind of planners, accomplished dated. So last year they took out these dated versions, which were A5, B5 and the petite versions, all for 2022, and now they have an undated only for 2023 so far. So the petite accomplished undated planner is been released, and this petite planner, I really like the size of it. First of all, it's priced at $649, so it's already more affordable than any other planner on the market, but it's also thinner. Like, there is significantly less space to write, and it depends. I think you can only use it for very specific purposes and not for like an all-round planner cum journaling system like you can for some of the other planners. If you haven't seen it already, I have a video about the Accomplished 2022 planner right here, and you can check it out. The spreads are pretty much the same, and I've done a very detailed review of the spreads over there. I will still take you through what the petite planner spreads look like, but if you want like a really in-depth understanding of what the spreads in a Neorah planner looks like and how you can use them, you can definitely go to that link. And if you're planning to buy anything from the website, please use the link in the description to get 5% off on your purchase. Moving ahead, we can see that it has It is a travel size planner and it is 21 into 10.5 centimeter. It has 176 pages and 2 bookmarks and it lays flat. So now let's look at what the product looks like. Before we get into that though, I want to bring to your attention and look at the number of colors. This planner is available in 13 colors, which is insane. It's a very wide range, and I'm glad that there's a brand which has such a huge range of options to choose from. Let's look at what it has. So first up, it has a title page, important dates, important contacts, all of that. Then you have your vision board. Now that vision board area is pretty narrow, but I'm sure you can get creative and organize something to look nice. Then your monthly section has quotes, goals, things to do, and your health tracker. So again, all of these spreads are explained really in detail in the Neorah Accomplished 2022 video that I've made, and I've linked it in the description as well. And you can check that out to properly understand how to use every spread. Then the weekly pages have your priorities and affirmation sections, and that's like 1 bar divided into 2. And then you have your rows for Monday to Friday, and your Saturday, Sunday is again split into 2. And then you have a habit tracker very narrowly at the end of the page, and then there is a separate note section. So that's all good here. Then you have contacts, password logs, date logs, and then you have a financial tracker for all of your income and expenses, and that size is pretty much good enough for a financial tracker, I would say. And at the end you have passion trackers, like the books you want to read, movies you want to see, stuff like that, like collections which are in a bullet journal. And you have a lot of blank pages for all of your notes as well. And then you have a year in review section, and they say stickers sold separately, so I'm assuming that the stickers which are with the A5 pack are not with this pack. Fine, that's not really the most important part about this planner. I think this is a planner which is perfect for people who don't really like that elaborate sort of planning. Like they just need some place to jot down all of their appointments, events, and places that I need to be at, and they want to carry this along in their purse or something, but at the same time they don't want to use like a digital system for it, because frankly, if that's the limit of your planning and tracking, you would be better served with a digital system like a Google Planner or like a habit app and something like that, right? But if you still enjoy paper planning and you want it to be very minimal, I think this is a good size to have. It's very compact, like it is called literally the traveler size, and you can just throw it in your bag and not have to worry about it. It will always be with you. So for that purpose, I think this is a great option. Again, I am a little bit more of an elaborate planner than this. I like the layouts and everything. I like how they have basically everything set up, but I am a little more of a creative planner than like a fully functional planner. So for me, this would not be my top choice. For me, I would prefer something which allows a little bit more scope for creativity. So if I was using this planner, I would probably fill it up with stickers and doodles and everything like that, just so it feels a little bit more fun to use. And I don't want to use it strictly for, functional purposes, because it's also sort of a creative outlet for me. It has been for years. That's why I used to make my planners before I started buying them. So yeah, like that's my opinion. Let me know what you think, and in case you want to buy it, please use my link and the code below. You'll get 5% off on your purchase. And that was the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will definitely keep you posted as more and more planners start coming out in the market. October, November is a big time for planner launches, and I hope you are joining me in the search to find your perfect planner this year. Let me know in the comments what you think about the planners launch so far. If you've already decided, are you leaning towards a particular brand? Let me know what's going on in your mind. I would love to talk to you about it. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.